We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
Wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Throwing, Love. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work. Across midfield. First down, going to the air with Love. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass. It's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too. Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and inside the 20 before he's brought down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Working out of the gun. Love. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights marching right down the field on their opening drive to take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive 7 plays in length. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So out comes this offense to take over for the first. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And he ought to have a step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. He'll buy some time right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Defensively here, you're... top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
A quick throw, but incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Open target here, Darius Slayton. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run.
Momentum changer there. Actually, a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Oilers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Here's McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. This defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Pick me up. Here we go. Watch safety creep.
Love.
Safety's creeping.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Christian Wilkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. Teams all tied after 1. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
they'll try the jet sweep here.
It's run, fellas, it's run.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Oh, yeah.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, check back, check.
He'll drop to throw.
Get up.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Switch. No.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're going to try and throw. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Oilers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive spans 13 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. London about set to take over on offense. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Check, 47. Get ready. Check the backer.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They run the counter now on 1st down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Second quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Eluding the pressure right. That ball caught by Slayton. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Back!
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there, holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, some strong running. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Oilers will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this 1st half.
And I'm reminded that they get the 2nd half kickoff as well. So they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this 1st half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we have come to halftime in what's already a two-touchdown game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. What's going on around the NFL? We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, where it was the home team who were able to hold serve and get a victory in their stadium. Alexander Madison, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the back.
Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 62 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Check. Mike 4. Stop your whining.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try to into submission.
And the offensive line, they've... They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there. You might have a smaller back. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Trey Greenlaw in there on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Oilers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Take it in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Sunday night, you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the edge.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play there on the screen pass.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
It's just me and you. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right.
To throw now, here's Love. Touchdown! That's caught. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Black Knights have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Homeboy, you ain't got no feet.
Will Fuller, 82 yards. And the Oilers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. A try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. London about set to take over on offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Love's throw there, complete to Mooney.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
47, Mike, 47. I'm coming.
Another try after the first down sack. Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. This is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy. Back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. Just stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And now off to the races.
Have some of this.
Side.
Have
and
some of this.
Bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Let's go, defense.
Love now. And he comes back with one complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Love. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick.
Now Brown, oh, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching it. Maybe even been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Now the try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. London about set to take over on offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
Throwing out the
let's
window.
get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Mike Wood. Stay with your man. Alert flare, alert flare.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. That's good, the completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
It's our time. It's our time.
Here's Love.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Watch one. Watch one.
Love now to pass on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Let's go. Mike Wood. Mike Wood.
On 3rd down, Love. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. 1st down, Love to pass. That's complete to Mooney. 3 yards the game there, 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. A strong running. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Wide open receiver complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Point after. Right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Steps away. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught inside the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on the way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. London about set to take over on offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, and I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now the second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch one. Come on. Select them.
Love looking to throw it.
They're running it.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
Here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh, one.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this down the end. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
He's scared. Here we go. Oh.
To the air again, Love. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for our visitors, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.